Hi all, Carl here again with Case Elegance. Let's talk today about cigar quality, more specifically cigar freshness. How do we know when a cigar has maintained its integrity over time and is ready to smoke from a humidity standpoint? Because the two are linked. If a cigar ages in the wrong environment, it begins to dry out, deteriorate, can lose its quality, and can become stale when it comes time to smoke it. Whether you're pulling from your home humidor or picking up cigars from the local shop, a lot can happen to a cigar to sway it further or away from its ideal smoking state. Just getting cigars from the manufacturer to the shop can sometimes take a couple months, and then to your home humidor for further storage. It's not always a guarantee that your cigar is going to be fresh when you pick it up, but there are some things that we can learn about inspecting your cigar for freshness. But first, is fresh even the right word to describe it? Probably not, because when we talk about a fresh cigar, we could just as easily be talking about a cigar that's been aged for well over a year. What we're talking about is a cigar at its right humidity point. Not dried out, not too saturated, but one that's at its ideal state to smoke with the tobacco flavors fully developed and maintained over time. So let's take a look at how to inspect your cigar for freshness. The true test of a cigar's freshness will be to smoke it and taste it. A quality cigar will have all of the aroma, flavor, and subtlety that you would expect, while a stale cigar might taste bitter, acrid, or even metallic. You should be able to detect at least some of this before you even light the cigar with a couple of cold draws. But a better test, first and foremost, is aroma. So you're really going to want to trust your nose, because smell is chemistry. Take, for example, that old library book smell you might be familiar with. When you leaf through the pages of an old book, what you're smelling is actually the organic compounds of the pages breaking down over time. And the same thing can be true with an older cigar. We know that aroma and taste are connected. So when you smell a cigar before lighting it, we know that's going to be at least somewhat indicative of its taste. So go ahead and make the same kind of comparisons and observations as you would when smoking a cigar. Are you getting hints of leather, cedar, spice, whatever those are? Conversely, are you detecting any kind of musty notes, old library book smell? Are you smelling those organic compounds breaking down? Because if you are, that's a good sign that you have an older cigar that hasn't been well maintained. A dry, stale cigar can be redeemed, but if you're at the tobacco shop and get any kind of those musty notes from a cigar, it's probably a purchase that you're going to want to hold off on. Next, how your cigar feels can be indicative of its freshness and humidity level. So go ahead and pinch your cigar. What you're looking for is a firm yet bouncy texture throughout. And trust your ears too, because if you're hearing any cracking or feeling any cracking, that could mean that the tobacco itself is breaking, and at that point, all bets are off, and it's probably past its prime. Lastly, when it comes to pulling cigars from your home humidor, trust your hygrometer. That's going to be the best way to know the environment that your cigars have been stored in, and it's going to be the best way to know if your cigars are in good condition. Get in the habit of monitoring the humidity levels somewhat often. With a front-facing digital hygrometer like this, it's really easy. If you're storing your cigars in a well-seasoned quality humidor, if they've been there for about a month, and if that hygrometer reading is consistently at those ideal humidity levels, then there's a good chance that your cigars will reflect that humidity level as well. Add in the pinch test, add in the smell test, and the odds of you lighting up a dud go way down. If you do happen to bring home a brittle, musty smelling cigar, putting it in a well-seasoned humidor and adding humidor solution as needed is going to give that cigar its best chance at reconditioning. And that's all the more reason to own a quality humidor, to get to know it, and to learn how to store your cigars correctly. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out this Claro humidor and others at caseelegance.com.